All right, what's going on, guys? It's Panther Dragon. Today we got some interesting drama as we go into Yamikaze'S Twitter. So first of all, Yamikaze says, "Hey, can anyone near St. Louis help me with makeup? Chad is paying me 2K to cross-dress as an anime maid girl. Stop laughing at me. What are we wearing, right?" And everyone's just laughing, and it gets kind of interesting. Oh, even sneaky, you know. Wait, didn't he move from LA or something? I don't remember. Then he just said, "I just told my Asian parents I'm cross-dressing for content and they are really pissed." Okay, right? We all know Asian what the hell? Wait, that looks like Yamikaze, but in the future. What is that? It's okay when Papakaze wears an apron. Double standards much. Okay, that's pretty funny. I haven't seen my parents this mad since I dropped out of college and my dad almost kicked me out, Lamo. Might postpone the cross-dressing until another time when I move out, I don't know. By the way, it's no big deal. My parents are first-gen immigrants, so they have super traditional views on things like this. They also let me live at home for free, so can't really complain. And I said they're a bunch of boomers. They probably read the Huffington Post still. Fuck too. But I was in bed when I posted this, so whatever. Whatever. Anyways. Wait. Yeah, you guys are weird. Hey man, heard you were cross-dressing for content. That's really epic. Can I get a sneak peek of your bulgy woji in the maid dress? Or maybe a pic of your feet? I don't know. And then I said that was me on a Twitter smurf. But anyways, there's probably more stuff. Whatever. What's this? Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Send the pics for me for safekeeping. I'll make sure no one else gets them king. Okay. I haven't seen... Wait, I already read this. And then he said, I just remembered 7 years ago, my dad used to take my GPU to work, so I couldn't play League. LMAO. Yo, thanks to the drama, I'll be reporting on it soon, which I have in this video. And Yamikaze says, I'm going to copy strike you if you make a video on this. That's not my click. I'm not going to clickbait that. Obviously joke. But, like I said, it's obviously very interesting, right? To see an Asian parent kind of be very disappointed in his kid. He doesn't know that obviously he's trying to cross-dress for content. Like his chat is giving me 2K. Like, I don't know how you can explain that to your parents. Like, you know, like, hey mom and dad, I know this sounds kind of weird. I am going to get $2,000 for cross-dressing. But they're also looking at like, oh no, my son is turning into whatever you want to call it. Whatever, right? You know, like that's how his dad or mom or whatever is thinking. And I get it. It kind of sucks, obviously, but they don't understand that YouTubers and Twitch streamers, we're just doing it for the content. They don't understand the complete normies, boomers. They don't understand the online meta. Like we do weird shit for content. So that's what really sucks, is that they'll understand we're just content, right? We do everything for the content, but they don't understand it, and it really sucks. But if you could drill into their brains that we do some such shit for content, they'd probably understand, but they never will, because they're complete boomers and normies, and they will never understand why we do such things as cross-dressing on stream and wearing maid anime outfits. Yeah, they think we're doing it to be cool. Like, are we dressing as an anime e-girl to be cool online? I don't think that's cool. We're just doing that for content, you know? But with that being said, it kind of sucks. They don't understand the content side. We're just, we're not doing it for no personal reasons, you know? I mean, actually, I don't know. Maybe Yamikaze is. I don't really know. Maybe he does want to dress up like a girl. I don't really know. But they don't understand. With that being said, I also wanted to watch this video. Woohoo! Didn't I cosplay as Zed? It was horrible.
Doublelift here, and
this is like why he retired, import ruin more. Doublelift fact. So I'm gonna watch this video.
today I'm gonna be doing a video I probably should have done a long time ago, which is frequently asked questions, just answering some of the most common questions I get on social media and when I'm streaming. So the first one that I get a lot is, what are you doing now that I'm retired? Really simple answer, I'm full-time streaming.
This is if you guys watched my other video, this one, why I chose to quit ranked, really care. Hey, it's me, whatever. Why I quit ranked thinks the biggest waste of time. It basically has to do with like why I quit ranked and think it's stupid, and rank 1 was super mentally taxing. So this has a lot of related, it's kind of related why he retired. Probably like mentally exhausting, same stuff. It's like me going for rank 1, him going for rank 1 worlds. Kind of similar.
And I'm absolutely loving it. You can pretty much see me on 5, maybe sometimes 6 days a week, and especially during LCS, I'm co-streaming and people seem to really like it, and I've been really enjoying doing that. So the second question that I get a lot is, why did you retire? It's a really, really long answer, and I could probably make an entire video just about that, but
I made a video.
Basically sum it up quickly, I just didn't feel like competing anymore. I mean, competing was something that I loved doing for 10 whole years, but I think I reached a point in my career where first, it was expected of me to win LCS.
And I got rank 1, and it was expected for me to rank 1, although I grinded way too long, and obviously you can't get worlds rank 1. That's too hard, right? That's literally being the best. But for me, like, yeah, I mean, I'm the subtle version of this, obviously, but he got,
and anything below winning LCS would basically be considered a failure, right? It would be
exactly. So if anything below challenger or actually anything below rank 1, to me, that would be a failure. So I guess that's what kind of happened in my head, because each year I never got rank 1, and then I finally did. So it was a success, I guess. And this is like I think it's the same mental in a sense.
Considered a step down because I'd been winning so much, and every single year that I came in, I felt really, really good about it. I felt like my this is a team I really believed in. This is an environment I really believed in. But when Soren retired, I really didn't feel that same level of confidence that I normally do, and that was like kind of like strike one. It's like, oh well, it's like my one of my closest friends, one of the best players in the entire league that I basically joined TSM to play with, is retiring. That obviously weighed on me a lot, and it made me really conflicted, because I know that he would obviously do well as a coach, but to be honest with you guys, being a coach has absolutely less impact than being a player. Soren was like half coaching the team. I mean, this is just what any veteran player is supposed to be able to do, right? They're supposed to be able to coach the team as a player while they're playing and performing at like an extremely high level, and that's exactly what Soren did. And I felt like us doing that together, yeah, it was really important for why we were able to win LCS and why we were so successful together. The second thing is, basically there's nothing left for me to do in my entire career except for continue to win LCS and rack up like domestic accolades, and then try to make it out of groups XD. Like that was like the thorn in my side, like for the longest time, like just to destroy the meme. I know that I made finals on my side, but I never made it out of groups at Worlds, obviously. It's such an unfulfilling goal to have in your career, right? Like this is something the community made up, and so like it's something that I obviously was annoyed at, but at the same time, it's not a really big accomplishment, guys, to make it out of groups at Worlds. The real accomplishment is to make it to the finals. And then if you asked G2 if they're happy with making it to the finals, they'd be like, fuck no, like we came to win it all. And so the real accomplishment is to win Worlds. And like it sounds ridiculous for any player from LCS to say that they want to win Worlds. That's what you want. That's what you like set for yourself every single year. You want to be the best player in the world. You want to be on the best team in the world.
That's me. I want to be the best in NA.
I just felt like that was kind of slipping away. After season 10 Worlds, I talked to Core. We both didn't make it out of groups, and I was talking to him like, what do you think is like wrong? What do you think is missing? And he said something that I totally agree with, which is every year the gap just gets bigger. There was like a meme way back in the day, which is like,
that's true. This year, they removed duo queue. So that means me getting rank 1 is so much harder, and that's why I retired.
The gap is closing. Yeah, like how are we going to close the gap, right? But it does seem, I totally agree with Core, and that
I took an outing when it was the best. Season 11, they removed duo queue. Pat gets rank 1 before it happens. Coincidence? I think not. Maybe collusions with Riot. I don't know. But let's just say I fucking quit ranked at the fucking perfect time.
It seems like it's further and further away. It's less and less attainable every year. That's what I really wanted from myself, is to just win Worlds once. And I know that that's like a huge, tall order, but that obviously had a huge impact on why I decided to retire, because Soren retiring, talking to Core, and realizing that my dream is getting further and further away, having the feeling of like, am I gonna like double down and practice even harder than I normally do, which it was extremely, extremely hard, or do I want to move on to the next chapter of my life and see if I can be successful in that? And I decided that streaming is something that I never really truly gave it my all in, and I really wanted to see how far I can take it, because I've been streaming on and off for 10 years and I've always gotten good viewership and people always seem to like it, but I just never really took it and like ran with it. So, oh, lastly, playing on stage was a really big factor for me as far as like fulfillment in competing. I almost forgot this. This is absolutely huge. There's a clip of Reckless saying that if LEC was no audience for another year, he would have retired. I know that this probably doesn't really resonate with like a lot of people out there, but I think for me, playing in front of a crowd, and especially in high pressure situations and big moments, hearing like the crowd just screaming and getting that fucking insane adrenaline rush was such a big part of being a pro player. And it was so fulfilling. And then thinking back on the last win that we had on TSM, one of the craziest runs in LCS history, I think. The first time that there ever is a losers bracket, we come out of the losers bracket, do crazy things, reverse sweep, like come back from Infernal Soul, beat every single underdog team, beating like C9, FlyQuest, TL right after we like, it's just absolutely insane, right? Like if that happened, in my mind, if that happened with a crowd, it would have been completely unforgettable. But to me, now that I've went through that, it's actually just a blip in my career memory, because it's just not nearly as cool to be playing online as it is to be playing live. That's basically it. Those are probably the three main reasons. I spent a lot of time on that question, but the next question that I get a lot of the time is related to that, which is, do I regret retiring? The answer is absolutely not. I was super afraid that I would regret it when I first made the decision, and now
okay, I think one thing I want to say is, do I regret going pro? You know, do I regret not going pro? I would have liked to tried it back in season 6, stuff 7, 8, you know what I'm talking about. But like now, honestly, if I went to academy this year, it would just not be worth it. It's like a waste of time. I'd be making what, 50k USD salary for like investing like 120 hours a month or something, when I could just do that like jerking off and doing YouTube content, like and like streaming. So like, you know what I mean? It's kind of a waste of, yeah. Academy, and I mean the academy scene's upcoming a little, but it's not that much exposure, so it's like a big waste of time.
That I've been streaming consistently and started to get my like feet on the ground with it, I absolutely do not regret it a single bit. I think it's super awesome what I'm doing now, and I'm really, really happy, and I think it shows when I'm streaming.
SG scouting grounds. Oh yeah, SG can go fuck themselves. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, this year they like, oh yeah, this is also, I didn't get invited this year because I was toxic in solo queue. That was the one reason. It was really stupid. I saw the chat logs. I don't know where it is, but I have to look it up. Maybe another video I'll bring it up just for fun. But basically, it's like the stupidest thing ever. I could bring it up later in a new video. But the thing is, they didn't even have it in person. They had it all online, so everyone just did SG at their houses because of, you know, the pandemic. So like, why the fuck would I go when I'm not getting free food, eating all of Riot's food, getting the smoothie? It's just like a big waste of time. So I'm really glad I didn't go this year, and I got to play with Twitch rivals with General Sniper. Like, yeah, there's no food. I'm going for the food and the experience. I'm not going to go and sit in Discord and play online. It's like so stupid.
That I'm actually in a way better mood than I normally am, and
I'm glad I didn't go
last
year.
I'm super just happy with my life, and I'm happy with the way that my stream has been growing.
And I got like 9k because of Twitch rivals. That was also happening when Scouting Grounds was happening. So when I played with General Sniper and Tyler 1, that's when. So I'm so glad I didn't go last year.
For me, I feel like what I perceive as like the soul of LCS is like a little bit gone. Playing in it, I just feel like I wouldn't have nearly as much fun as I did in the past. You know, it's like that chapter of LCS being what it was to me in my mind, and having that like essence, yeah, it's been a little bit diminished. I can't tell what percentage of that is the fact that it's played online, it's just like these kind of like pseudo random online matches, or you know, for other factors. But don't regret it whatsoever. Next question I get all the time: am I ever coming back? 99.99% no. Basically, the answer is no. I guess you can never count it out, right? Like it's like you can never say never to anything. But really, the answer is no.
You guys think you should get a
Barring
streaming
something
mic
absolutely crazy happening,
instead of
I
this
don't
headset
think I'm ever
mic?
coming back. And then, so when I'm doing the co-streams, I get a lot of questions about like, well, you have all this insight about what a team should be doing, and obviously, like, people know that I was the primary shot caller on a lot of the teams that I played on. So why don't you do coaching? First off, coaches make a fraction, a ridiculously small fraction of what you could be making, not only as a player, but as a streamer. It's not even close, right? We're talking like completely different ballparks for income. And second, not only is it impractical, right? Because let's just screw the money. Like let's just say I don't really need any more money. The point is that I don't really want to. Coaching is something that if I was to do it, I would be so competitive at it. I would want to spend literally every hour of my day either helping my players improve or studying the game. And I wouldn't really want to do anything else, because it would piss me off if I felt like somebody on another team, a coach, was outperforming me or working harder than me. I just wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, I would be back to being that ultra competitive person, and I don't think really anything would change about my life between being a coach and a player, because I would just spend all my time either playing or studying League. Except I would be making like way less money, and I would have way less impact than just if I was literally in the game making the calls. I would be having to teach my players, etc., etc. So it's just something that I'm not interested in doing whatsoever. I briefly thought about it, but then I realized that like I just don't have the patience to be a coach. I would way rather be actually doing the things than sort of facilitating my team to be able to do those things. And I know that it just takes a certain type of personality, and I don't know if I would be like a good fit for it. I get a really common question for me is, what's my favorite roster? Or like, what's my favorite memory? So this one is actually really hard for me to answer, and I feel like I've given a lot of different answers, and people are like, wait, last time did you say this? And it's like, I have a lot of favorite memories, okay? It's hard for me to just pick one. There's so many good times that I kind of like scan through, and I'm like, a couple just like always rise up to the top. So the first one that a lot of people remember is in season 5 when I won for the very first time on CLG. I felt like I got rid of a huge demon, which is Doublelift is going to be one of those players that just can't win anything. He'll never win LCS. He'll never win a championship. And then on CLG in season 5, we played in front of the biggest venue ever up to that point, and we ended up 3-0ing TSM, the favorites.
Madison Square Garden.
So that was unbelievable, and to do that with my close friends, doing it with Afro, you know, rush hour popping off, getting a penta, that was a great moment. It was a really amazing memory, and it was just something that I'll never forget, because the feeling of that and seeing, like, looking out in the crowd and seeing everyone just screaming and chanting CLG was completely sick. Another one is just my memories entirely of like season 6. Going from playing with Yellowstar and like barely losing in the finals, and then replacing Yellowstar with like this rookie player that I scouted from solo queue. I just literally looked at the top support players in solo queue and was like, let's try these guys out. And then having Biofrost, Vincent, like meeting him for the first time and seeing that he was this really shy kid. He was super inexperienced, right? He'd only been playing solo queue, but then taking that roster all the way, winning LCS, and then taking that roster to Worlds. We don't want to talk about what happened at Worlds, but it was crazy. It was a crazy year. It was a crazy memory. We were super dominant. It was just a beautiful time. That my first like 2 years on TSM was a beautiful time. And then the third memory that always pops up for me is being on TL and winning 4 splits in a row. And then specifically when I was at MSI with Core, I felt something I had never really felt before, which is like, wow, I'm here at MSI, and like we're hanging with the best teams in the entire world. IG, SKT, G2, and it's pretty even. I don't even know if Core remembers this. We're about to go up on stage. We're walking in a hallway, right? I'm talking to him about bot lane. Like he can tell I'm probably a little bit anxious about the match. We're about to go up on stage and play IG, the best team in the world. They just won Worlds, and he says to me, Peter, today we're the best bot lane. And I just remember thinking about that as like, wow, that's how I feel every single time I go up on stage in LCS. But Core feels that way when he goes up to play against fucking Jackie Love and Balan. Like he feels that way every single day, no matter what. And that's the kind of confidence that you need to compete at the highest level. We obviously went up on stage and ended up beating IG, which was super sick. It was a really amazing memory for me because I just remember the feeling of just like being able to hang with the best. It was really fulfilling, and it was obviously we made it really far at the tournament, and it was extremely cool for me. Those are my favorite memories, I guess, top 3. Next question, more LCS related, is what do I think of like X Team? You know, what do you think of TSM? What do you think of C9, Dating Toss, etc.? To be honest with you guys, I feel like when you look at like LCS related talent and broadcast and stuff, they're gonna spend a lot of time fluffing up and driving narratives and stories because it keeps people engaged. All these sort of narratives make LCS more interesting, and I don't blame them a single bit for trying to make an engaging story out of it. But for me, I always feel like the LCS regular season is a training ground for playoffs, and I've spent a lot of time.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I would love LCS if it was like, you know, interviews. Like I was watching a Travis Gafford interview with like Jensen or something, or Damonte or some crap, and I'm not gonna lie, it was so fucking boring. I just quit 3 minutes in, and I was just like, fuck, it's so boring. Because I want Travis Gafford or some interviewer. I was thinking to myself, you know, doing it just for fun. It's like, what if I interview Jensen and be like, yo, you're facing Damonte. You're gonna fucking beat the shit out of him and curb stomp his ass, right? And he would say, yeah, I'm gonna fucking curb stomp him. That would be so exciting, right? He's so dog shit mid lane. And yeah, right? That's what I want to see. And I'd obviously amp that up, and it'd be so funny. I think they would get in trouble because Riot doesn't want that. But obviously, if I could get like LCS players to say, yo, yeah, I'm gonna I won't say that part, but I'm gonna curb stomp his ass. He's so bad at Jinx or whatever. That'd be so interesting, right? I would love to watch that. I'd be like, yeah, you know, curb stomp and stuff. I don't know.
Times
Stuff like that. It'd be so fun.
A really low seed into playoffs, you know, 5th or 6th place in the regular season, not looking like a very strong team, but always seeming like a team with strong potential, and then coming to playoffs and crushing it. Because playoffs is really all that matters, unless you don't make it. But playoffs lets you show what you're really made of. If the regular season is studying for the test, then playoffs is the test. It's really interesting to me that there are certain things where like I feel like a team might be performing better than they actually are in terms of skill level. They're getting away with really crazy wins. Also, a team might be losing games just completely through.
Like Santorin facing Sven fucking he takes like 4 caps in on like Sven side. Sven is like 12 CS Gragas. Santorin's playing like Udyr 40 CS. He just fucking, you can see all chat. He says jungle diff bitch. Like, you know how entertaining that stuff would be? Or like he goes to an interview. Yeah, he's so shit. I jungle diffed him. That'd be so fun.
One person's mistake or draft, or you know, and it's not really that reflective of the team's actual skill level, and it's really hard to say. So I hate, I don't hate it, but I don't really like to make big strokes of just like this team's gonna suck, this team's gonna be good. You kind of just have to see it week by week. Even though I could have a strong opinion of a team playing really badly one week, I could have the next week watch them play and be like, wow, they're playing
like. I would want an there's no amateurs in this game, but like what's his name? I guess Fudge talked crap, right? What was that other guy? Niles, iconic. Ablaze Olive. Ablaze Olive did some interview with the Monte or something, and it was like, yeah, he's whatever. It was subtle, but like I wanted more like aggression, and like now it's like, yeah, I mean I'm an amateur, who cares? But like he's so dog shit. I'd watch that. It'd be so funny.
So much better, and it could change just like that. So basically, what I'm saying is. It's really hard to take away stuff from the regular season. Not only is it best of ones, but teams are like just trying to find their groove, and random things can really happen in BO1. Okay, so the next one, which is a bit spicier, is what do I think about the import rule? Basically, my thought about it in a really shallow way is LCS exists because
the Twitch rival interviews are really funny, right? When Yasuo and Tyler 1 go at it, those are really entertaining. They're a little like hyped up, obviously, but Tyler 1 every time he says "fuck chemo."
Entertains the fans, and for me personally, I don't really speak for anyone else, but I don't think it's entertaining to watch 5 imports play against each other in LCS. I think that there's examples of great imports like Core and Bjergsen and Jensen, who came here and are, you know, playing amazing, and they care about interacting with the fans, and they're like, you know, their personality really shows, and people respect and they kind of like to support people with good work ethic and that have really tried hard to be a part of the LCS and feel like they're connected. But anyways, the point is that I don't find it entertaining to watch 5 imports play against each other that I've probably never heard of, or might have heard of a couple. I guess the same question can be asked, like, do I care about watching 5 random amateur American players play against each other that I've also never heard of? And the answer is no. So the level of play matters a little bit, but also it's hard for me to say. You know, like, is it going to be like outweighed by the games being more exciting? My gut instinct is probably not. I do think that the whole situation is like a bit ridiculous, but I would just say pretty definitively to you guys that I probably wouldn't like it if a lot of the teams in LCS were just all imports. That's pretty much it. Yeah, actually, that completely wraps up all of my questions that I normally get. This probably wraps up the FAQ. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It's been really nice. It's been really fun. I hope to see you guys around, hopefully on my stream, or if you want to just, you know, catch the highlights on my YouTube. We upload them pretty regularly as well. So thank you guys for coming and listening. This is actually way longer of a video than I expected, 20 minutes. So
mine's 26.
I will probably just end the video now and start my stream. See you guys, and thanks for watching.
Cool. Anyways, that was a fun video. It was relatable in some sense. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.